Today we're talking all about pollinators and how we can support them with pollinator gardens. I'm Ruby, and on this channel we share what life is like on our small farm here in Southern Virginia. So today we are putting in a new signpost for our pollinator garden, and in the next video we'll show you all about how we're building the garden bed. It's a really cool, creative way to do it, and we can't wait to share that all with you. We're grateful to our friends at the Pollinator Partnership and ChangeX for supporting us with grant funding for this pollinator garden. And we're so excited to share the whole process with you. In this video, you'll get to see all of the demolition that had to happen in order to create this new garden bed on our property. We hope you're loving these videos, and if you'd like to stay connected and find out what's next on this journey, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll never miss one of our video updates. What is a pollinator garden anyway? So specifically pollinator plants that will attract a variety of different pollinators, everything from moths and butterflies to bees and everything. So we're pretty excited about that. And we're going to situate it right at the very front of our property. So anybody who's driving by or anyone who comes to visit the farm can see the flowers, they can see the pollinators visiting, and they can learn a little bit more about pollinators, pollination, and why it's so important. So we were able to start a small group of local folks and get input from experts all over the country who know all about pollinators and pollinator gardens, so it's going to be really spectacular. The first phase of this project is actually demolition. In the spot where we want to put the pollinator garden, there was a very old, rusted out cedar, an old signpost, and a lot of debris. So the first thing that we did was to clear out that debris. Now that cedar was set in concrete, and one thing that we discovered when we pulled it off of the base was there was a huge fire ant nest underneath, filling up the whole area. And as soon as we moved that cedar, they just started boiling up out of the ground, making it impossible for us to continue the task that day. Now, fire ants are an invasive species in our area, so we did eradicate that nest using sustainable methods and were able to return and get the rest of the demolition completed once the danger was gone. Yes, you can smash. We got this all busted up and hauled off, and the signpost came down so easily because it was completely rotten at the bottom. Once that old signpost is down, Chris was able to reclaim the perfectly good brace that was holding up the old sign and that will be holding up our new sign. In order to revive the old brace, Chris buffed off the rust, applied a fresh new coat of paint or two, and then actually simplified the brace by removing this lower part. We just finished up a shopping trip at Home Depot, picking up some supplies for our pollinator garden. We've got a great big pole that's going to be for our new signs. We've got some Quickcrete, some spray paint, and some hardware cloth to build the bed. Today we're putting in a new signpost for our pollinator garden so that everyone who drives by on the road will know that this is a safe place, a sanctuary for pollinators. And it looks like Chris is on his way. Now that we have all the necessary supplies, it's time to get started building. The first step was to dig a really deep hole for the brand new signpost to go into. And then we set that post in concrete. So here we are mixing up the concrete and strapping the pole in place to make sure that it's level and that it will be sturdy over many years to come. We've got the pole all set in concrete, and it's going to dry overnight, and then we'll be able to take those horses down and it'll stand there on its own. And that's going to be the middle of the pollinator garden, so it'll be a big sign that announces what's going on here. Just a quick pro tip here, if you're ever working with concrete, make sure to clean off your tools right away before that concrete has a chance to set. Please stay tuned for our next video where we're going to show you exactly how to build a cheap and easy, beautiful pollinator garden bed, and we'll share what kinds of plants we're putting in our garden. We would love to hear in the comments if you have any questions, if you're interested in pollinators and pollinator gardens, beekeeping. We always love to chat it up with you about pollinators, pollination, farming, all of the things. So please feel free to leave comments. And we hope that you're subscribed to our channel. If you're loving these videos, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications button so you'll never miss one of the updates from our farm. Thanks so much for watching.